Hello guys, it's Agatha, Agatha. Today I decided to do a drawing video. I got a little behind and I'm a day late with this video, but someone had requested one of my serial killer drawings, and I liked the idea because I love doing portraits and I love doing serial killer portraits, so I decided to go ahead and do one of Jeffrey Dahmer. As you can see, the video is a little messed up because the camera was auto-adjusting. I thought I had set it to manual, but apparently I did not. But as I get the image down, it should stop doing that here in a minute. As we all know, Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer born May 21st, 1960. I have the book My Friend Dahmer, written by a high school acquaintance, and I read that recently. It's a graphic novel and they recently made it into a film, and it's really kind of an interesting perspective on what it's like to know somebody that kind of goes down this terrible path and just starts losing themselves to darker urges or whatever. But that's made me think about him lately, and I can't believe I haven't drawn him before this, because he's one of the big, the top 12 or however many you want to say. But I chose a picture of him as a younger man, when he was probably still in high school. In the picture he's making a face, but I don't think I quite got across the jokiness of the expression he had still. I think the drawing will come out alright, as you see. As far as the actual technique goes, you can see me using a kind of yellow-green Sharpie. I kind of like to just use a contrasting weird color that shines through in the finished product. A lot of people, I think, are more precise and use pencil that they can erase and kind of adjust and stuff, but I like to kind of wing it and just go over it again and again. Once again, I'm using a lot of different markers, from Sharpies to little kids' permanent markers, so I can kind of run them over with water. I use a little bit of watercolor. I like a lot of mix because I think it really comes out with a good final product. These serial killer drawings I've been doing for about a year or two now, like this specific series. I really enjoy the quotes kind of put behind the pictures or around the pictures. I did something a little bit different with this one, as you'll see in the end product, but it kind of like gets across the personality of the person being depicted. Oh man, look at that 70s hair and those glasses. If you look, you can see I did the glasses a little crooked, and I mean, that wasn't necessarily intentional, but something I enjoy with my drawing style is just letting it be uneven, letting it be sloppy, and not worrying too much about it. I like these, different kind of Sharpie markers and just going through and experimenting with the color and kind of working my way into what it ends up being in the final product. Right here, I was using that dark brown Sharpie and kind of getting in his eyelashes and his pupils and everything, but Dahmer actually had kind of like blue-green eyes, I believe, so I didn't end up using that for the final product. And the angle on this camera is a little, I don't know, I need to get a little more overhead. But I've been interested in serial killer stories pretty much my whole life, and I don't know, it's hard to say if that's because I was a little gothy kid or a little punk rock kid or whatever, if that's where I got into it, or if it's just that fascination with true crime. I mean, I'm one of those girls who goes to bed to Forensic Files and Unsolved Mysteries and stuff like that every night, so I feel like that's just about every woman I know. But we're all into this kind of true crime fascination of like people murdering and wreaking havoc and whatnot. Dahmer's an interesting one because he was just kind of like a sad character, you almost feel bad for him, and then you see all the people that he murdered, all the guys, and even that like little 14-year-old Filipino boy that was returned to him by the cops, which is pretty messed up if you ask me, but whatever. But he was one of those ones, it seemed like he wanted connection, but like he was just so twisted that he couldn't achieve that without zombifying and murdering and creating this person that couldn't actually connect or hurt him in any way. Let's see, now the camera is actually adjusting now that I got some of the darker colors on there. I'll have to keep that in mind in the future. That's what this first 30 days is for, though, right? It's for the experimentation and learning how everything works. Yeah, I really like the way the dark brown came as an outline on those eyes and the glasses, and you'll see later some of that marker I've laid down, it's smudgeable with the watercolor, so when I put his skin tone in, it really kind of blends together nicely. It's funny, I'm always interested in the figure, and I'm never interested in the background. That's part of why I do it the way I do with the quotes, so I don't have to worry about the background, but that's something I probably should work on in the future, is doing buildings and plants and furniture and all the little things that go behind the person in a picture. I was thinking almost of doing Eileen Wuornos again, but then I remembered I hadn't done Dahmer, so I figured I might as well get him in here. Yeah, the picture I had, I believe it was in black and white, so I couldn't quite tell all the colors of his hair at the time, and I kind of just winged it on that one. I knew he went more blonde, but in the picture it looked a little darker, so I went kind of dark on his hair. Oh, sorry guys, Freud is next to me demanding attention, my little buddy. I leave him at home all day, so I get home and he's just like, pay attention to me, take me for a walk, give me pets. See the pattern on his shirt, it was kind of this weird checked pattern, and rather than try to be super realistic with it, I just kind of do my own little pattern and approximate, but I do like the way it came out with that dark blue marker. These Sharpies were a gift from Jason, and they work out pretty well, but they do bleed a little bit, so be warned if you pick up Sharpies to use, they'll bleed a little bit, they won't stay a really clean line. For that, you probably need to go ahead and invest in some art markers. It's funny, the whole time I was watching this, or drawing this, I was listening to this old VHS serial killer collection I found at the thrift shop a while ago, and the guy has got the most monotonous voice. But I like that. I don't know, it's like I said, the Forensic Files thing is comforting to go to sleep to almost. Yeah, you can see that pattern on the shirt really coming together. Patterns are interesting because if you can really get them down, you can show depth and all that in a way that is really neat and interesting. Then a little shadow there with the lighter blue. A lot of my choices are just kind of spur of the moment, whatever seems right then, but it's not really based on what is realistically in the picture. Like, I feel like I communicate the way the person looks, but I don't get hung up on everything has to be exact and precise. I would love to hear what you guys like to draw, and if anybody else out there draws serial killers, link me up, because I follow a lot of people on Instagram who do true crime and serial killers and that kind of thing, and I just love to see everybody's specific style, you know, just the way they all get it out there. Ooh, outlines. I'm a fan of outlines. Some people aren't, but I enjoy them. Part of this series is once I get the image all drawn, I like to outline the figure with a random bright color. For Dahmer, I think I use an orange highlighter. It'll be popping up here in a minute. But first I gotta fill in his jacket and get all the other stuff in there. I'm not sure if the jacket was actually black. Like I said, I was using a black and white photo, so it might have been a brown jacket. I'm kind of assuming almost, because it was the 70s and they loved brown. Man, that hair. Okay, here I am with the watercolor. I forgot I had to stop and go get water because I didn't get quite properly set up when I started. I was just in a hurry to go. Yeah, you can see it just kind of fills in that color really nicely on his skin tone. Most of the serial killers I've done have been white people, so if I do somebody with darker skin, I'll have to probably switch up from that yellow. I think maybe a little bit of brown in it would bring down the skin tone, but I really like the kind of sallowness of that one I've been using. It's still pretty novel to me to watch it myself in fast motion here, high-speed art. If only it only took that much time, get a full picture done in 15 minutes. Yeah, I didn't get his hair quite filled in the way that I wanted it to, so I went over it and muddied it up a little bit with the watercolor again. And I can see the white balance keeps adjusting itself. I'll have to keep an eye out on the next video that I do to make sure the webcam is set to manual, because that bugs me. Such a fun video and then it's messing it up for me. Yeah, those little markers that you see me drawing there with the little lines in the caps, those short ones, they're not permanent, you know, they're water soluble, so that's really cool when you're working with watercolor because you can kind of smear them and smudge them and do some cool effects. Oh, and here we go, writing the quote in. Unfortunately, when I was working, I didn't notice, but the stupid webcam shut off at some point, so I got a lot of me outlining the quote, but I didn't get me filling it in. But I guess that's not as exciting as the actual drawing, so I did I did record the end result though, so you guys can see how it looked after it was filled in. I just used a dark red Sharpie to fill in all the letters. And okay, so here's the final product. I used red paint pen to really bring it out, but I think it turned well.